Hello everybody, Bill Thornton, SoCalsabre here. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of Combat Commander Europe. I don't know why I've had this on my shelf for a long time, but I want to show you the components and I want to learn it this time and get it played. You know, this game was published in 2006, 16 years now, and it's still in the top 175 overall rating on Board Game Geek. That's incredible. So why haven't I played it sooner? Who knows? Anyway, we're going to take a look inside at the components, and let's go down to the table and take a look. Okay, there we go. Combat Commander Europe, game designed by Chad Jensen, published by GMT Games. This is the fourth printing with the copyright in 2018. The 2018 gives credit to Roger B. McGowan. So let's take a look at the back before we get into the box. Okay, it gives you a look at the map, it gives you a look at the counters, the contents, and looks at the cards. That's of medium complexity, so probably a good game to get started in if you want to get started in wargaming. And with a relatively low for solitaire. It's probably why that variant came out. It is, see what it says here. It's a card-driven board game covering tactical infantry combat in the European theater of World War II. One player takes the role of the Germans, while the other player takes either the Americans or the Russians. These two players will take turns playing one or more fate cards from their hands in order to activate units on the map board for various military functions. Then it just goes on to explain a little bit more of some of the functions and so forth. But this is an unboxing, so let's get to looking at the inside. One of the things you're going to see right away that I had, I'll show you. It's 3 decks of cards. You see this deck of cards is already open? This is the Americans. Why is this deck open if I'm doing an unboxing? Well, I did an unboxing. And when I was done, when I was checking the video, it stopped about a minute into it. So here we go again. That's the Americans. Then we got a deck for the Germans. A deck for the Russians. I'm a little bit of a hard time here today. What's going on here? Then we have an initiative card. So imagine the person, whoever got this card, gets to do some extra stuff in the game. The Rulebook. Looks like it's going to be about 23 pages. And it's starting with core rules and on page 6, so we're looking at about 17 pages. There's an index on the back cover. We'll see what the... You know, it's just kind of like regular paper. I'm not an expert with paper, so I tell you know, goes over the fate cards. Units, track display, casualties, pretty standard, right? Not a lot of pictures in it, so it's going to be a lot of reading. There we go. We got one good sized picture for examples of line of sight here. Looks like they're giving you 6 different examples here. It's always nice. Line of sight's pretty standard, but there are changes, little changes in every game, so you have to check on those things. Go there. We're just going on with the regular rules all the way through. And a nice index, which I always make a copy of and have it close to the game, so I don't have to keep turning this book over 300 times while I'm learning and playing. As I told you before about my memory, so this was really a great help having these things. Okay, now we have the playbook. This is normally where I can see where all the scenarios, the first 13 pages or 14 pages are all scenario setups. Then there's design and player notes on 3 pages, and then the example of play on 5, it looks like. This is the setup pages. Who should I play first? I don't know, probably I'll play the Americans or the Russians, whoever's probably in the very first scenario. So there's the scenarios. Let's see what we got for examples of play starting in the right column after all of the design and play test notes. Okay. Then some more examples of play. Turn 1 Russia, turn 2 Germany, turn 3 Russia. Using the scenario here. There we go, pretty cool. Then we got on the back, we got a leader table. So I have to make a copy of this page too. Talks about the VP costs and so forth for these different things. What are they talking about up here? What you get on your rolls for certain leaders. Okay. How many rolls you get. And then we got some warped boards. Probably because I've had it sitting in the shelf for so long. We got 3 double-sided counter sheets. As you can see the Russians here. We got some Americans down there. Yeah, they're all mostly down. They take hits, they get flipped over. And it looks like we have some admin counters. These things here, it says right on the counter, blocks line of sight. Then we got mines, wire. I don't know what they're using for OB, what that all means, but we will learn. And then we have some Germans and some more U.S. troops, a couple more counters, spotting rounds. There's that term again. OB stats. OB, that was a beer in Germany. Not a bad one, but not a good one either. Did I say Germany? Korea. OB's from Korea. What am I guess because I was looking at German counters that I said that. All right, here we go. This is the tracking chart. For each game, then you got across the top is a victory tracker, victory points, and I guess it's a sliding victory scale, like some other games. And then we have a casualty track, time track, so I guess you could run out of time or take too many casualties and it'll be over also. Then you have weapons, and I don't know what the player B is all about. Then down here we got all kinds of actions, and I don't know how we move them, how we activate them. We'll find out about that. And then some more, and then a year chart. Let's push it up here a little bit, get it out of the way. And here comes some play charts, or player aids. We got this one, we got die triggers, unit victory point values, hand sizes, discards, stacking, fire attacks and melee attacks. I guess it probably walks you through there. Time marker, advanced procedure. There goes my phone giving me some news about something. And then we have double-sided charts for each country. This is the Russians one here. And this talks about different ranks with names on them, so I guess what they can do and what they can't do, and what year that they're playable in. Then the weapons. Just heard somebody at the front door. Maybe it was dropping off a box. I don't know what I had on order. There's the German ones, the same. Oh, and on the back of them, I showed you that, I think. Each one has a support table. That's what I showed you the first time. This is a support table. Then on this side here, it's a battle orders tables. All right, and then you got the Americans, and last but not least, we have a terrain chart. Covering all the different types of terrain. Talks about line of sight, cover, the move costs. And then, of course, the notes associated with one if they needed to be so forth, and it's only one-sided, not too long. And there's industry, no combat chart. Okay, and it has 6 maps with it. But what was really cool was this here in the bottom of the box is a tray for the counters. How nice. So that means we'll know it'll fit in the box. And they have 6 maps. I think they're all double-sided. But I can only speak for this one here. We'll take a look at it. Nice to know we don't have to put the camera up too high or anything. We'll be able to get everything on the map in. Buildings, trees, roads, some sort of, looks like probably corn or something like that. I should be able to get these without get them flattened without having to put plexiglass on them. I gotta buy a smaller plexiglass than what I got. The one I got is great for the big games. This is number 2. I'm gonna flip it over to number 3. A lot of woods in this scenario. We have artillery boxes on the top, on the corners. There's some sort of I don't know if it's a northeast marker or whatever it could be up there, and then the map number. We got homes number 4, number 3. I'm thinking that these red points have got to be something to do with like a victory area points to win. Okay, go ahead and hit that like button. Let's help the channel out. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. This game gets pretty good coverage on YouTube. But let's get our channel added to that coverage. Pass it out into your social media channels if you haven't done so yet. And check out some of the other videos on it. So until you see or hear from me again, this is SoCalSabre saying, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and stay safe.